Hey Reddit.
What are you still salty about?
What did you just listen to? Tell me about it in the comments.
In elementary school, there was a pencil machine in the front lobby where you could get pencils for 25 cents. There were also special pencils that had stars on them. If you got one of these special pencils, you could take it into the office and get a prize. One day, I decided to get a pencil. I put in my quarter and out popped 2 pencils. And one of them was a special pencil. I went into the office and told the lady at the desk that the machine gave me 2 pencils and one of them was special. She proceeded to say that the machine shouldn't do that. Took the special pencil. And didn't give me a prize. That was 19 years ago and I'm still pissed. //
Some people in petty power positions are truly a disgrace for humankind and probably will ultimately be the ones to blame for the diminishing of our entire race.
This makes me unreasonably mad. What kind of adult does this to a child?
The fact that I spelled mayonnaise correctly in my 4th grade class spelling bee. But the teacher claimed I didn't and dismissed me. I had won in the 3rd grade. And proceeded to win in the 5th and 6th grades as well. The unfair disqualification in 4th grade ruined what would have been a 4-year streak.
Before I knew English, I had a teacher tell me that my name is spelled with a Y when it's extremely obvious that it's spelled with an I. Of course I didn't know better, so I didn't say anything, but it seems really stupid that she thought that since she was born in Australia, I think. My mum told me she was wrong, but to me it was her word against her word.
That happened to me, kinda, with gingerbread. The person before me spelled it correctly, gingerbread, but they were told it was wrong. So it passed to me and I'm like, if it's not gingerbread, it must be a trick. So I spelled it, gingerbread. I was also disqualified.
My sister got a brand new car for her 16th birthday. I got $20.
That is bullshit. I would be salty AF.
Nice flex. I didn't get anything for my sister's 16th birthday.
That my 6th grade teacher refused to believe I had no idea the dude sitting behind me was copying my answers on the test.
This happened to my best friend. Someone copied his answers and he got detention and the kid didn't. My friend has never gotten in trouble at school and the kid who copied was like 90% of the way to getting expelled.
This one hits home. Me and another kid in 6th grade both got 100% on our quiz. So our teacher figured we must have cheated. Both of us were perplexed. The quiz just wasn't that hard. But she was having none of it. I remember begging her in the hallway, literally sobbing, to not give me a 0 because I didn't fucking cheat. And I was a straight A student. She gave me the 0. I stopped caring about us on that very day.
Coming second in a school trivia competition 21 years ago. I had the correct answers on 2 questions that would have sent us to the national champs and was vetoed by the other 3 shitheads on my team.
That's a life lesson right there. Being right is almost never enough. You also have to be able to convince others that you're right.
I was at a house party in college and we had to take off our shoes. Some bitch walked home in my leather knee-high boots and I've never gotten over it. What did you do? Wait until everyone had left. Saw what shoes were left and wore those? Or did you go home shoeless? Lol.
On a 4th grade math test we had to make a shape that had only 4 sides. One set of parallel lines. And only one right angle. There were probably more requirements but I can't remember. I remember almost crying at my desk and spending 20 minutes on that one question while constantly telling my teacher that it wasn't possible but according to her it was. And the next day we went over the answer key. And the answer had 2 right angles.
Yo, I had something like this happen to me. We had a paper sheet with tons of math questions. One of them was impossible and the whole class knew it. We went up to our teacher and she said no questions. Next day we were reviewing it and she said it was impossible but still marked us all wrong.
Shiz. That's basic math. No wonder you were so frustrated. There's 360 degrees available. Parallel lines take 180 of them. A right angle takes another 90. 360 180 minus 90 equals 90.
A friend told me that they only hang out with me when all of their other options run dry.
No longer a friend, I hope? Or at least, not the kind of friend you depend on?
They're not your friends. Just a bag of dicks shaped like a human.
I've mentioned this before, but when I was about 8 or 9, we had a big project in school which ended with us writing a story. I spent fucking hours on this thing. It was going to be the best book ever. It was only a matter of time before it was snapped up by some publisher, and then it would be the talk of the Scholastic Book Fair. No doubt in my mind. It absolutely had to be in by the time school finished for Christmas, so my teacher could mark it over the break. So I stayed up until about 10 o'clock at night for about a week beforehand working on it, which, you know, is the closest thing you get to an all-nighter when you're about 9. It was my magnum opus. I got back to school in January to find that A, she had lost it. B, she was accusing me of not handing it in. And C, because mine was the only one she couldn't find, she decided to call me out in front of the class about it. I ended up locking myself in the toilet because I was crying so much. Worst still, it later transpired that when it turned up after all, she marked it as though it was handed in late. And the bitch still only gave me a middling grade. Frick you, Mrs. Harding.
My blood is boiling just reading this.